Hey guys, it's the Indigos.
Yes.
Grace.
Loraya.
And we are going to talk about today centeredness and why centeredness is very important in life generally, why we have to center ourselves all the time and keep applying ourselves to finding the balance, really.
Yeah. For you, well, I'm just kidding. Wait, so for you, how do you become centered? Like, what do you do? What is your go-to? How do you?
I breathe.
Breathing's good.
Was it dying? No. I breathe. Just find my breath all the time to find my center. You know, because in your breath outward, you're letting go of a lot of fear, anxiety, and all sorts of things. So I release it and I bring myself to myself. I also meditate. Meditation was a massive thing for me, which we will talk about in another podcast video, whatever you want to call this thing. But yeah, finding my center has been really important for me. Just to be able to always apply myself to find the balance to be my best. And it's always a challenge, like, because we get so caught up in the world and what's happening around us and issues, whatever, in social life, in family life, and, you know, and applying yourself to find the center in everything is so vitally important. But it's all a lot of practice, you know, to do that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but for me, it's finding my breath always. To find my breath, let it go, and find my center.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I understand that for sure.
What about you? What's the way you find your centeredness?
Well,
and why is it? Why is that important also for you to find your centeredness?
Well, for me personally, I started really noticing how centered I was when I wake up in the morning. Mm-hmm. I feel like the moment you first open your eyes, that still moment that happens right when you wake up. I'm talking about like your natural alarm clock, your body clock, not just like crazy alarms or anything going off, but like your natural peace that you have when you wake up. That's personally what I focus on, what I try to bring myself to centeredness. I started centering myself when I was super young, maybe 13, 14. Mm-hmm. Grew up in a pretty chaotic place, home. It was a lot, just a lot of energy. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. So for me,
I'm the eldest of 4 and she's the eldest of 6.
Yeah, we're the oldest. Can you tell we're kind of bossy? So for me, I needed to still myself, and for me sometimes the shower does that too. And I think it's the constant sound of water. It can allow you to go into a natural meditation. And for me, that's helped so much just to stay centered, because if I'm not centered, I've found that I would react emotionally different ways that I wouldn't act had I been centered. I notice it affects me and affects people around me in not the most positive way. Another thing, I just lost my thought. Wait,
yeah.
Bring it back.
I'll talk.
Okay, because I'm like, I had another one, but go ahead.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, like you were just saying that it's been so important for you to find your centeredness because of the chaos around you. And I think that is, like, for me, it's always like there is so much freaking noise around you. It's really, really hard to find your centeredness. And particularly in this day and age. Are you doing some advertising there?
No, it bothered me that it was upside down.
Aesthetics, creatives. The noise it's so intense, especially these days. Like with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, overly stimulated, and not being still, not finding the center of yourself. And that can be so distracting from what it is that you actually want to be doing with your life.
Yeah, you know what else too? I've noticed. I found that a lot of people become anxious and a lot of anxiety within crowds. If you center yourself, you're less effective. And I say that because I know what that feels like to have a lot of vibration, a lot of energies where you want to retract and like not be a part of it, get into a corner.
Which is probably for our viewers and stuff, it's quite different to what they probably perceive you to be like.
Oh yeah,
they probably think that you love the hype and the vibes.
No,
that's the same as me.
That's not my personality at all.
We're very similar
that way.
Yeah.
Where and I think it just stems from the fact that we're both sensitive to energy, so we know what's going on, and it's not without it being physically tangible. And so with that vibration, that's how I am. Like I'm quick to retract when a lot's going on, craziness. I'll talk to people, but then I can be kind of paradoxical because I can be a people's person, but I can also be antisocial at the same time. And a lot of that comes from not because I want to be, but because the energy is louder than the conversation. Yeah. And for me personally,
that's one thing that really shits me about when we go to events and stuff like that. And like you are yelling at someone for them to hear you, and I get so tired that I'm just like I just want to get out of here. Like it just that freaks me out. It just kind of gets to me, and I'm just like I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. I'm just no. I gotta go.
No, it's energy and something that helps that I love to do. Well, it's not that I love to do. I think it's subconscious. I've done it for a long time. Got a cough. Sorry, guys. When I feel energy. Feeling a little unbalanced, I always tap my sternum, and that's one of our center chords that people don't realize. It's a subconscious thing. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. Don't want to get morbid in the sense of the fact that I'm just gonna go there. So it's just weird that I have this connection with the sternum, but if you are cremated, your sternum doesn't turn to ashes. It's really weird. It's the only part of your body that doesn't. Snap Bible fact for the day. But for me, I feel there's something so whole about that. And I'm going to do research because we're going to have to talk about this next time because I want to talk about that. But for some reason, I tap it a few times and it reminds myself to collect my energy to come back.
Okay. Mine is my breath. Finding my breath.
Taking
just just breathing in and letting it go and just recentering myself. And it's like not only like in our environment, socially in our environment, are we distracted because of all the noise and everything. And it's really hard to find that centeredness in the chaos around us. But it's also like work life, family life, all that kind of stuff. Like,
emotional.
Yeah.
So much chaos and so many different reasons.
Yeah. So like, you need to be aware in so many different areas that it becomes very kind of confusing and distracting and you're getting pulled here, pulled there, and everything. But maybe like a good way to center yourself is also like breathing. Yeah. Just regaining yourself, coming from here out through your mouth and letting it all go, and turning your damn phones off.
That helps too. Sometimes I have to like fast from social media. It's interesting because I feel like this year, 2016, I've been the least on social media as I've ever been. And I say that in the sense of I'm starting to feel the disconnect of, the stimulation of just rapid things happening. I'm really feeling and I'm missing the human connection.
Well, yeah, that's funny because quite often, like my friends on Facebook, my private Facebook page, will know this, that I often disappear because I deactivate my Facebook because I just can't handle the distraction of what happens, and I need to really center myself, especially being passionate about so many things, being passionate about all the projects that we're working on, being of service to one another, so that it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy for us to do this stuff. I'm over here in LA. I flew all the way over here, which
is dedication. Can we get a round of applause for Grace? Because that is a big deal. I'm sorry, we've been talking about this.
But yeah, it is. It's sacrifice, it's dedication, but it's all for service. And with that comes a lot of responsibility. Like what we're sharing with you is a way of us to connect with one another very openly and in a community sense. But in terms of what that responsibility holds, it really means that we need to always apply ourselves to our center to bring out all that information. Like, because otherwise we're no good. Because like
yeah, I mean you just make. I've noticed because I've done it when I'm not centered. The decisions I make I wouldn't have made had I been centered. They're completely different. Yeah. And even being short-tempered with people, feeling frustrated, that centeredness, sometimes not being centered, it has to find an outlet. And sometimes it does it in a negative way, irrational ways.
Or like, I mean, you can find other ways, like dancing, or like for me, playing ball.
See, dance for me. Basketball for her.
Balling for me, but also dancing. But like, nails. I'm a baller.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
No nails.
Contact sports. No.
Oh, no, I love a little bit of that.
Let's talk it out over tea.
So, like, when you are so passionate about projects, or just passionate about life and different things that you're interested in, it's really hard to apply yourself to your fullest potential if you're not centered. So, like, if you're always looking at social media, what are you going to create? You can't create something because you're not concentrating on that one thing that you want an outcome to be its best. So quite often I will switch off my phone, deactivate Facebook, because I find that Facebook for me is the one that distracts me the most because of, video content and newsfeed stuff that people put up and stuff. And I'm interested in people's perceptions and takes on certain things. So I will read things, but, applying yourself to allow yourself to switch off and being centered and finding your breath in every situation is just a form of being able to, I guess, work through the motions of what it takes to find the center, the core, the balance of your life, and so that you can concentrate on the bigger things of what actually is so unique to you and what you're passionate about, so that you can live a life of purpose as well. So I think that, like, centeredness is like, it leads on to other things as well, which we'll talk about, like, meditation and stuff like that, and why that's important as a byproduct maybe of centeredness. But yeah, just quieting the noise. I quite often say this saying, which is learning how to, like, drown out the noise to hear yourself more.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So drown out the noise to hear yourself more, so that you can listen to yourself and find the center and just let it all go. Anxiety, whatever you're feeling that holds a lot of tension, just let it all go.
Exactly. So that's basically our take
on... Should we start some meditation music?
Right. I do listen to a lot of meditation music. That's basically... ways that we center ourselves. Yeah. If you guys know of any other ones, I'm always inviting new things to come my way. Same with creation. I always want to grow, progress, move forward. So that's how we get centered. And if you guys try and apply some of these things, let us know how it works for you guys. Okay? Yeah. Thank you so much.
Make sure to subscribe, follow, tell your friends. Instagram, Twitter. We're all over it now. Yes. We just started our Facebook page today.
Page, yes.
Because I reactivated my Facebook.
So that we can activate.
So that I could.
Page. So all the videos will be updated on there as well if you want to share them on Facebook as well. Yeah,
they'll be all updated. And
maybe you have to get subconscious messages to people where they're like, all right, this one's on forgiveness. I'm about to forgive you. I'm only going to do it after you watch the forgiveness video, so you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, that's good. Right? That's actually good, because that actually helps with the confrontation. Also, the video that we just did now.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we just love this whole concept of us helping one another grow. I mean, just Lorraine and I with our relationship, but hearing everybody else's opinions on how it's helped them as well has been so valuable for us to then be able to just engage with everybody and build a community around elevating each other. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys. Adios.
Adios. Adios.